Morning, guys. Thought I'd pop on, do a quick video, a little bit of a mail day action. Um, my last one for the year, definitely. Probably going to be a little bit till I get around to doing another one. My eBay purchases have greatly slowed down. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see what happens in the New Year's. I have been buying, but more on the Fanatics weekly auctions. And anybody who buys on there knows that your stuff just goes into the Fanatics vault. So I don't really have anything in hand. I'm still slowly trying to work through get the best way possible to get all that stuff home without getting hit with tariff charges, with the extra, charges on my credit card for converting to U.S. dollars, for tariffs, the whole like anything crossing the border. It is a nightmare. Anybody who buys, internationally, because I live in Canada, I'm always buying from the state. Well, I try not to buy from the States because the global shipping program is whatever. I don't want to get whatever. Who cares? Nobody cares about that shit but me. So number one, it was just something I needed. The Rapper Rebound from 1998. It was a 4-card set. These are the 4 cards. I got these a while ago, and then was just kind of whatever, checking some sellers, and a guy had one of the Rapper Rebound, the redemption things. I think came in like every pack, and as you can see, it was like a pack of Fleer Ultra, Skybox Z Force, Stadium Club Chrome, and just straight upper deck, I believe. Just straight upper deck? Yeah, just straight upper deck. You needed X number of wrappers from each one of those products, and then you could send it in with a Rapper Rebound, and for whatever, like $5 or something, you would get the Rapper Rebound redemptions, which is, the cards are identical to the ones from the set, except for they are numbered differently. Numbered 1 of 4, and 2 of 4, 3 of 4, blah, blah, blah. And from what I can tell, there may possibly, if you got lucky, got the Stadium Club Chrome version came in a refractor, and it's instead of 3 of 4, it's 3A of 4. But I can't be quoted on that. I have looked. I found a mention of it like in one place. I think it's TCDB, but like Beckett's, any forums or anything that I've kind of done a little bit of research on, I can't find any mention of a 3A refractor form of this. So it's either insanely rare, or it didn't happen, or who the hell knows what. But I'm always kind of keeping my eyes open. Whenever I see guys with any of these Rapper Redemption cards, I always check to see if this is a 3A or a refractor, because I think that would be amazing. But whatever. I needed the mail-in. Nothing. This 99 cents kind of thing. Like, who cares? But I needed it to finish out the mail-in redemption set. So that made me happy. Found a guy. This is nothing special. Again, 94 collector's choice. This is the silver signature, as you can see. It's a full set parallel, 420 cards in total. The silver signatures were 1 per pack. There's also a gold signature version, 1 per box, like 1 in 35 packs. So the gold versions carry quite the premium, and I believe that is the only way to tell is the signature is a different color. So always very careful when purchasing these online when you can't see them in hand, because guys will take pictures, and so it's kind of like, they get it at a goofy angle, or the lights aren't a nice bright white or whatever, and you can have questions about it, and eBay, lots of scammers. He also had the base, so I needed that because this is how I like to put them in my binder. I like to have the base version and then the parallel right beside. So perfect. That's 2 birds, 1 stone kind of thing. Very happy. A bunch of these are not anything special. These are just kind of just cards I didn't have and cards I wanted to pick up, and found them for cheap, so got them, except for the very last card, which has, whatever, it's been on my list for a few years, and whatever, we'll get there when we get there. This is a 1999. This is Upper Deck Hard Court. This is the Court Forces insert. It's a 10 card set, and these were 1 in 8 packs. Nothing crazy, you know, $2-3 card kind of thing. It is kind of has some nice little, like the Upper Deck, the player's name, Court Forces and stuff is in a nice kind of silver, the hollow foil. So I don't know, it's not a bad looking card. Little dinged up on some corners and some edges and stuff. Got a little bit of white down there. But whatever. It's like a $3 card, but didn't have it, wanted it, got it. This is a 2001. I am slowly getting out of my mindset of 90s only. It's always been kind of 90s only, and like, you know, playing years. I have zero interest in anything that's not playing years, but I am slowly kind of moving out of my 90s only and sticking with playing years. So this is actually a 2001. I have some 2000 stuff, and now I'm kind of slowly, it's like, oh, the 2001. I'm just slowly kind of expanding. But this is a 2001 Upper Deck. This is an insert called Slam Center. It was a 15 card set. They came in series 2 packs, and they were 1 in 12. So I guess at that point these would be like 2 per box, because I think mid to later 90s they switched over from 36 to 24 packs in a box. So this would have been 2 of these per box kind of thing. Whatever. Found it in an auction, got it for $1 with some other stuff. Actually with that Court Forces. So hey man. But this one showed up. Really nice shape. Yeah. 1 in 12 packs, 2 per box. Some nice kind of foiling in the back there. Yeah, I don't know. Shaq doing what he did. Dunk. This people should recognize this one. This is a 1998. This is from Skybox Thunder. And this is the Boss. This has a lot of things I really like about it. If you catch it in the light, you'll see that Shaq and the wording down here, like the insert name Boss is embossed. I think that's probably part of it. And check some boxes. I love the script that they used for Boss, kind of a 60s, 70s kind of throwback vibe, and just the coloring and everything. This is a sharp card, a really sharp card. Plus, I really, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I have kind of a thing for the late 90s. Skybox in particular did a lot of one-off sets that they only did for a year or whatever. Skybox Thunder being one of them. You know, there's tons. There's the Apex. I think I've mentioned this in other videos. Apex. Of course, I do this when I can't think of any of the other ones that I'm kind of hunting down. But whatever. Skybox Thunder, 98. It's an insert. 20 cards in the set, and these were 1 in 16 packs. And then yeah, the front, fantastic. I think like there's like 1 or 2 little dots of white on her, but yeah, it wasn't, you know, not an expensive card. One I didn't have, and one I'm glad that I got to add. This one also everybody should recognize. This is 1999 Flair Showcase. This is the License to Skill insert. It is a 10 card set, and these were 1 in 20 packs. Also not an expensive card. Got this one and the Boss from a seller in the States that had good shipping, did not use the global shipping program, had good shipping prices and some stuff I wanted, and gave me a nice little deal. And then this one showed up, and good Lord, it's just one of those, you always hope when you're buying on eBay to, you know, find a nice raw copy of a card and it shows, comes and shows up in perfect condition. And this one is one of them, front and back, which is crazy because these 90 cards, everybody knows 90 cards for the back, the tipping on the edges and the corners and stuff is crazy. This one showed up in beautiful, fantastic condition. The front was kind of dirty, so I just hot breath and a microfiber, and it cleaned up incredibly nice. So very happy to get this one. I always really like this. It's a die cut. Love the shape, love the whole premise, great. Kind of looking down the barrel of a gun. It's a James Bond thing, obviously. If you didn't know that, look it up. But this is, I'm quite happy to get this for, I think, $6 or whatever I paid for it, 6 Canadian. So fantastic. Shipping was more than the card cost. So welcome to Canada. So happy to get that one. Next one is 1997. This is a Jordan. Everything's Shaq's. I try to every mail day I try to have at least one Jordan to try to stay on top of my Jordan's my number one PC, but I just can't afford any of his stuff kind of thing. This is a 1997 Topps Chrome. This is the Topps 40 insert. There were not 40 cards. There's actually only 39 cards in the set because they never printed a number 7. I don't know the history behind it. Maybe they did and then they scrapped it, or I'm not really sure what happened, but it's called the Topps 40. And there was supposed to be 40 players in the set, but there's not. There's only 39. They went from 6 to 8, skipped over number 7. No idea why. These are not a hard pull at all. These were 1 in 6 packs. But there is also a refractor version, which was 1 in 18 packs. This is the Jordan. Anytime I get to match the Shaq in the Jordan from the same insert set, I'm very, very happy. This I picked up a little while ago is the refractor version. You can tell the difference right away. This is the base. Another thing you will notice with Topps Chrome from the early to mid 90s. Well, there's a few sets that did it, but Topps Chrome is a bad one. The greening. Jordan is not supposed to look like that. I've seen lots of copies online where it is way, way worse. This is kind of a middle area for the amount of greening, I would say. It goes from anywhere from like the Topps Chrome thing, like basically all the way down to his feet. Like the whole image will be completely green to zero greening, which is actually my Shaq. My Shaq has zero greening on it whatsoever. And the difference is pretty evident when you stick them side by side. Also noting that this is the base and this is the refractor, but very nice cards. Love it when I get to match up a Shaq and a Jordan from the same insert set. I just need the base version for Shaq and I need the refractor version for Jordan, which refractor for Jordan, I think they're like going for like 500 Canadian kind of thing. So that's probably not happening unless I find somebody who really wants to make a deal or find one that's so green he looks like a Martian or something like that. But whatever. I like it. Love it when I get to mix them up. Third card. Needs no introduction. This is actually a card that I have had on my want list for, I'm going to say probably about 2 years. And it pops up and you see it and you can go find these at any point. This is a 1997 Skybox Premium Competitive Advantage. Awesome card, die cut. I love the whole theme they got going on with the Roman columns and the archway and stuff, and Shaq just coming in for what he does best, just an absolute monster dunk in his prime. It's 15 card set. They came in series 2 packs, and they were 1 in 96. And this is just one of those cards I could never pull the trigger on just because people want ridiculous amounts. But so it's been on my list, but I've held off for probably 2 years. 2 years. Be patient. Oh my God, don't jump into buying cards. It's like I did enough of that early on when I kind of got back into collecting, when you get a little FOMO and a little like, oh God, I need that card. And you just buy it and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have bought it for that much or this and that. And like, whatever. It's like you pay a little too much for a card. Everybody does that. But if you have some patience and just, I'll wait. And sooner or later it'll pop up. And this card popped up in an auction. I'm not going to get into the whole logistics, but it popped up at the right time in the auction for me. There were other cards that I wanted to bid on that came later. This was the first card, so I could shoot my shot on the card I really, really wanted. And if I got it, then there were cheaper cards in the auction, like that Jordan, a Jordan and a couple other ones, that then I had a little bit more leeway, because then the shipping would come down quite a bit on price. For every card you add, your shipping prices decrease. So that's a little bit extra I could kind of massage into what I felt I would pay for the main, each card afterwards. So it came up first. It came in I don't mind buying graded cards. I couldn't care less, but there's no way in the world that I will ever pay the premium on a PSA 10. That's not who I am. I don't chase the grades like that. I would rather, instead of buying paying a ridiculous price on a PSA 10 for some stupid base card that nobody cares about, I would rather spend the same amount of money and go for, a fantastic insert in like a 7. Excellent. Like, why wouldn't you? It doesn't even make sense. So it came in the grade that's right in my wheelhouse, a 6.7, 6.7, 6.78, I should say. Yeah, and everything kind of worked out. I didn't even want to look. I just threw in a bid and just said, bah, if the universe wants me to have the card, the universe will give me the card. I'm not going to try sniping it or whatever. And I got it. Not by much. I think I only had a couple dollars between what I got it for and my max bid, and then it was fantastic. And then I felt fantastic for getting a card that's been on my list for a couple years, and then I could had a little bit more range on a few other cards I wanted, and yeah, so very happy, very, very happy to have this added in the collection. Patience, fellow collectors, patience. The cards you want, unless it's insanely rare and it never comes up in auction or whatever, just wait. The universe will find a way, and it will provide. I don't know, that sounds so stupid. Whatever, that's how I feel about it. And I waited, and the card came up, and I got it. So, yeah, wicked happy to have this in the collection, and that's it. So, yeah, I think that's about it. Talk to you later, guys. Peace.